Oh, hey guys. Welcome back to the Flyway. Pretty excited to put this together. We've had a ton of questions over the last year and a half about like, okay, how do I tune a duck call? How do I blow a quack? How do I put together a greeting series? How do I blow a goose call? So this series that we're gonna put together, it's gonna be all sorts of different videos having to do with that exact thing. All the questions you guys have been asking, and we're gonna try and answer them to the best of our ability to make you guys a better caller this season in the field, help your buddies out, kill more ducks, kill more geese, have a better time. So we're gonna be talking about a few different sounds that they take some time to figure out, but once you figure them out, awesome tools to have in the bag. And the first one is the bouncing hen. You get a ton of questions about the bouncing hen, how to achieve it. And actually, once you simplify it, it's a very simple sound to make. You just gotta know how to practice it. And then the other one's gonna be the Cajun squeal, which it takes a little bit of time to master it, but again, it's one of those sounds that not a lot of guys are using, and there's some days where it's super effective. So we'll go through the bouncing hen, kind of like a refuge style bouncing hen, and then the Cajun squeal, and kind of wrap them all in together. So the bouncing hen, when I first heard the bouncing hen, it was a sound, it was also kind of like a refuge feed, refuge bouncing hen. It was made pretty famous by Keith Allen and Christian Curtis. Both those guys, we're gonna start, I'm gonna date myself, we're talking back in right around year 2000 is when that sound kind of hit the world and became really popular. And it's a sound that flat out will kill ducks and sounds awesome in different feed scenarios. So here's a demonstration of what that I'm gonna do two bouncing hens. First one's gonna be like more staccato. This is one that I use a lot in a hunting situation, and the other one's gonna be more like that rolling bouncing hen through like a feed. So you listen to the differences there. One's a real sharp, like pop, 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 pop. The other one's more pop, 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 pop. It's just a little more rolling to it. Both are great sounds. Myself, I use that sharp one a lot more in a hunting scenario than I do the rolling one. That sharp one really seems to command like a duck's attention. And if you got birds that are starting to swing out on the corners, you can get a really good reaction. You can bend them real fast with that real sharp bouncing hen. So in the back of the call, we'll start off with that, and then the reference note is going to be hutta, 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 hutta. So it's the same hut that we've been talking about in previous videos for that quack. So it's hutta, hutta. So instead of stopping the note with a tuh, it's finished out with a tuh, dragging it out, and that's what gives you that bouncing hen, that second hen. Back of the call, I'm going to do it real slow first. Faster. And depending on how sharply you enunciate your tuh, that's what gives you that more like pronounced, like staccato bouncing hen. Here it's going to be in the call. A lot of air. It's a good shot of air. You can't blow this one weak. You have to blow it pretty hard. And when I get that call, just kind of snap. First note's a huh. Second note's a tuh. I'm kind of speeding it up as I go along there, but that hut tuh is gonna how you practice. And again, I would start practicing just like you're blowing a single quack, get a single bounce, and then start rolling them, putting together that 5 to 7 note sequence. Now on the more rolling, like a bouncing hen, that kind of feeding bouncing hen, it's just a lot quicker. Again, same notes, hutta, hutta, hutta. It's just a little bit less pronounced on the tuh and just faster as it rolls together. So it's really not, I hate to say it, but it's really not that overly difficult once you figure out just to drag out that second note. And so don't be afraid to work on it and practice it. A lot of people, once they figure out that reference note, it comes pretty quickly. So the next sound we're going to go over and cover is what's called like the Cajun squeal, or the squealing hen, Cajun hen. And what we're trying to accomplish here is the back end of each quack is gonna increase in pitch and go high pitch, like a squeal, like you're almost sticking the call out. And it's achieved by changing your mouth cavity and where the air is being pushed through in your mouth and the amount of air. So I'm going to have my jaw down low, dropped. Ha-hee. And I'm literally starting off. We're going to spend some more time on the back of the call this one, because you need to hear what I'm doing with the air coming through my mouth and how I'm changing my mouth cavity. I'm pushing more air through a tighter space. So I'm going to start off. That's the huh sound, or the bottom of the quack. And then as I increase both the amount of air and I decrease the mouth cavity size, that's what's going to give me my squeal sound. You can kind of see my jaw too. I'm going to lift my jaw. And practice it just like that. You want to practice where you can just basically squeal the call out at the very end. Clean my call too, because I've got a lot of spit in this thing. So it's actually wanting to squeal out on me. So I'm kind of rolling all those notes together. It's like a back and forth. Hi, 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 hi. It takes some time to practice, so don't get frustrated. But if it's a call that you want to learn how to make, you got to put the time into it for sure. This is a sound that I will use. I don't use it very much early in the season, but later in the season for whatever reason, especially once these drakes start to pair up with their hens, I've noticed it seems to be more effective in that second half of the season. But again, it's just one more sound, one more tool in your tool bag, one more thing you can throw at them on days where it might be a little bit tougher, or they're not responding to your normal sequences, your normal program. So yeah, give it a shot, and hopefully this helped. It took me quite a while to figure out how to master this sound, and I'm always learning something new, every day from it. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and have a great season.